But if you pay attention to scripture, then you would realize that anytime somebody tried to help God, anytime somebody tried to advance the purposes of God on their own terms, it ended in disaster. So Abraham would try to help God by trying to secure the promise and have Ishmael. What is going to happen is conflict. Uzzah would try to help by trying to steady the ark of the covenant that is fallen. It's very well intentioned, at least according to the narrative, but he loses his life. Paul would confess in Acts or in the epistles, that when he was persecuting Christians, he thought he was doing God an honor. He thought he was sincerely serving God, that he was producing something sacred. But he didn't know he was working against the purposes of God. Peter, on the night that Jesus was arrested, thought he was helping by pulling out a knife, drawing a sword, and cutting somebody's ear off. But Jesus rebuked him. Now, whenever we try to advance God's kingdom on our own terms, we are risking the violation of the principles of God. God has never needed our help. He is sufficient in himself. He has only demanded our obedience because he is Lord and we aren't. But today what we have is a church that is so convinced that it has to help God. Now, we might not use that language, but it is in our attitude, it is in our posture, it is in the deeds, our actions and inactions that we think we have to help God. So we have pastors today who are so eager to have people of power in their congregation. So if a footballer passes through service on a Sunday, that is going to be the highlight reel of that church during the week. If we have a secular artist who is singing songs that have no place in the playlist of Christians, what we are doing, what would happen to do is that we are going to make that the highlight reel. Our social media pages will be filled with that one encounter of a secular artist sitting in our pews and nodding their heads to the messages that the pastor is sharing from the pulpit. Those are going to be the things that we would emphasize. We have begun to use our proximity to earthly fame and power as evidence of kingdom impact. But that's just wrong. And we are going to use words like strategic positioning. We are going to say we are playing the long game. We say we are trying to reach the influential so that we can reach the masses. But when we do that, we are only showing that we've become very good at clothing our worldliness in the language of mission. Jesus didn't teach us that. So the church does not need strategic positioning. We are not here to help God. We are only here to follow his instructions. And the instructions of God have not changed. Last I checked the Bible. Jesus sent us out as sheep among wolves. He didn't send us out to strategically position ourselves and